Hi everyone. Today we will con configure like different authentication method in Barracuda firewall, plus how to integrate a Windows Server Active Directory with the firewall, and later on I will configure client to site VPN. So this is my topology here. That's my Windows Server 2012 I'm using here with IP address 1.99 and the gateway is 1.100 for this interface. This is a computer from where I will access this firewall. So let's start now. This is a fresh firewall. I haven't logged in it now. As the default IP address firewall is 192.168.200.200. Password is root and the username root and the password is ngf1r3wall. So I'm going to sign in. ngf1r3wall. Password change for CS. Old password is ngf1r3wall and the new password is 123123. Okay. I'll log in back with the new password 123. How I'm gonna manage this firewall? Manage firewall via firewall admin. So in this Windows Server, I have configured Active Directory services and I just restarted. This cloud firewall is now managed via firewall admin. The web interface is now disabled. Okay. So this is the firewall now. So go to configuration and then network. By default in this KVM image there is only one interface, so we need to like there's only, if you will go here interface, you'll see only one interface, Ethernet 0. We need to add more interface. Lock the screen. Number of interface I want 6. Okay, send changes, activate. Activate keep lock. So now there is like 6 interfaces now. Go to the control box, activate new network configuration, fail safe. Okay, if we go to the network and we can see like these 6 interfaces now. It starts from Ethernet 0 to 5. So go to the configuration, interface and IP configuration. So and the name is like we can see like LAN network. Okay. So what we are doing now, we are configuring this interface Ethernet 1. So on the internet Ethernet 1, network is 192.168.1.100/24. Respond to ping yes for testing purpose. First level, it's LAN network. Okay, so we have configured the Ethernet 1. The second step, what we are we are going to configure Ethernet 5 as a ISP. So for that, go to DSL DHCP. Yes. Create default route. Yes. Okay. Send changes. Activate. Now control box. Activate new network configuration. Okay, network configuration reconfigured. If you go on the network, and we can see on Ethernet 1, expand this one, 1.100 has been configured, and the DHCP address for the ISP, that's 86.145. So go to now let's talk about the different authentication method. For that purpose, go to the configuration, click on over here the infrastructure services, and this is the authentication services. If you will double click on this one, it is taking some time. So these are all the different authentication method are available in Barracuda. So first method is called MSAD authentication. This is like Microsoft Active Directory authentication. So here we're gonna configure this scheme today. Suppose in a company we have a server here, like this is a server, and what we want, like any user who is going to access client to site VPN, they should authenticate it via this Windows server. So we need to integrate that server over here. The second is MSAD DC client. Here we need to install like an app, and this is like LDAP authentication, radius authentication, and there are like multiple different things. So suppose in any company who do not have the Active Directory server, so and they do not have any radius, they just want it a simple way. So there we can use NGF local authentication. Here we need to create a user account, lock the screen, yes, and we can create the account. So anytime whenever anyone will be login, they will get authenticated from here. But from in this video I will configure MSAD authentication. So my Windows server is ready here. Now go to the, before like configuring MSAD, we have to have one AD account who can search all the like users, and like that's it's like a service account we need for the Barracuda. For that, go to the tools, Active Directory users and computer, Antil.com, users, create a new user here. Okay, give it any name, Anik, last name don't require, Anik at Antil.com. Next, password, user cannot change, password never expired. Password can be anything like suppose capital T E S T at 1234. So I have the Anik account has been configured. So before we need to do one more thing. So right click, delegate control, next, add a account like Anik Kumar, add. Okay, so after clicking on the next, we have to give him permission like read user informations, and there's like one more permission we should give it. That's the only. Okay, delete, reset. No, that's the only permission we need to do. Read all user information. Next, finish. So we have assigned Anik to a delegate control access. So now before configuring, I will need to see one more thing. Am I able to ping the firewall? Ping 192.168.1.100. It's the same IP address I assigned to the Ethernet one. Okay, I'm able to ping it. Now go back to this over here. MSAD lock the screen. Okay, activate MSAD, yes. Method active directory, and here we need to add the account. Click on this plus sign. So domain controller name, what's the name of the server? If you go here, click on the local server here, we can see the name SRV. So we can put the name here SRV. Domain controller IP address, the IP address for this server is 1.99. Active directory is searching user account. The user account should be follow with the step CN and equal to service user. Okay, yeah. So in the active directory, we need to searching user. We have to type the name Anik at the rate Antil.com and AD searching user password. Then current password is capital TST at the rate 1234. That's the password I use. Base DN it should be DC equal to Antil, comma DC equal to com. Okay. Anik at Antil.com, password current this one. That's the, or we can use the same password as the new. I use the same password. So okay, server name, server IP address, the account which we created, Anik at Antil.com, base DN, the DC is equal to Antil domain, comma DC equal to com. That's our domain name, and that's it. That's the only thing we need. Go a little bit down. Mail lookup. These are like extra services which we don't require it now. Okay. Now send changes. Activate. activate keep lock. I'm just keeping lock all the time because my this machine is very slow. It takes so much time. During the activation, this firewall is trying to ping the Windows server and trying to search this account. Yeah, okay, so everything is activated. So this account has been like MSAD has been authenticated. How do we know like it has been authenticated? We go to SSH, type the password 123 trust, and here we need to type a command pip test space s. So this will tell like okay, it give all the information, type status, this one MSAD authentication services, these are ready, validated, ready. So it means like our MSAD has been configured. So this is the one way like how to configure. So it's the same way like the how we can configure MSAD DDC client and the LDAP radius and all those services. So there is another one. Let's talk about TOTP authentication. This one, what we use like secondary authentication. So say like TOP, temporary one-time password authentication. So how it happened, like when we log into the client to site VPN, when we, like okay, it's not here, I will show you later on. So it's just like we type the username, then the password, and on the bottom it asks like a different thing, like type like a one-time OTP code. So this is how we have to register. So TOTP should be enabled. Once the just enable yes, that's the one. So NGF I already told you. This is the local authentication through the firewall. MSAD, these are like external servers we use. MSCHAP, these okay. Mm, mm. That's it for this video. In the next video I will show you how to configure client to site VPN, and then we will continue another videos. Thank you.